Hi, this is Don Samuels, and this is the second in a two-part series of a conversation with Jayne Miller from the Park Board, talking about the great development in the 5th Ward taking place with the parks. And if you were watched last week, you will notice that I don't change my clothes. In fact, I wear my clothes all week for 2 weeks in a row, and Jayne doesn't change either. It's part of the conservation movement between the city and the Park Board. Anyway, Jayne, thank you for being here again, and thank you for the great work you're doing in North Minneapolis. And I just wanted the community to know how great a work. Jayne, when you got hired, you came in and you sat down and talked to me. So did Anita Tab, and talked to me about the transformations you wanted to happen on the north side. Absolutely. And that you were going to be deliberate about it. It was a justice issue for you, and you are started to make it work. I can't believe it. Usually when political leaders and other, city leaders say things, they kind of overpromise. You've over-delivered.
Well, thank you, Don.
Let's hear part 2, will you?
Absolutely. And, Don, I want to thank you for your leadership in North Minneapolis. It's a justice issue for you also, and I am really proud to be here at the Park Board and be able to over-deliver. I still think we have a lot of work to do in North Minneapolis, but I'm a firm believer that the services that we provide in other parts of the city need to be provided here. And in fact, I believe actually that we need to actually make more investment in North Minneapolis, because we got kids that are at risk for their lives every day because of the violence that goes on here, and also the socioeconomic challenges that they face, that other parts of the city have resources, families have resources that people here in North Minneapolis don't. And so how do we help these kids and families get the kind of exposure to positive environmental activities, recreational activities, so these kids have positive opportunities for them to partake in activities here in Minneapolis. I'm going to start with what was really a devastating event that happened in North Minneapolis, and that was the tornado. I was really proud of the work that the Park Board did. Our forestry crew was responsible for all of the street and park trees in Minneapolis, and we lost almost 6,000 trees between private property and street trees and park trees in North Minneapolis from the tornado. Within 2 or 3 days, our forestry crews had the streets reopened from that tornado. In addition to that, we have replanted over 3,100 trees in North Minneapolis to replace the loss that occurred in 2011. In addition to that, the Park Board opened Farview Recreation Center as the Disaster Recovery Center. We felt very strongly that we wanted the residents of North Minneapolis to stay in their neighborhood so they could keep an eye on their own property and also be with their neighbors close to home while they were responding to the disaster. So we opened the Disaster Recovery Center at Farview Park. We also opened a shelter at North Common so people could stay in their neighborhood as they were recovering from that tornado. In addition to that, we have a Night Owls program that we provide at 8 of our recreation centers. In North Minneapolis, we have North Commons, Farview, and Falwell Park on Friday and Saturday evenings, where we provide teen programming and just places for teens to hang out from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. every Friday and Saturday year-round at our centers, which again is really important. We also have a really extensive Rec Plus program, which is a child care program for kids before and after school programs that are held at a number of our centers, Weber, Creekview, to name a few, here in North Minneapolis. So parents have a place where they know their kids are safe and are also getting good recreation programming for them. We are also in the process of renovating Weber Park. And the first part of that renovation is going to be putting in a natural filtration pool. We're going to call it a lake, a natural lake that is going to be its first of its kind in this country. Natural filtration pools occur all across Europe but have not been done in the United States, and we have been successful in getting state legislation changed so that we can actually provide that in North Minneapolis. So we will be on the forefront of that movement in the country in North Minneapolis at Weber Park. We, in addition to that, have our Youth Are Here bus, which provides transportation from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. for teens. across the city to provide for transportation for kids to get to and from programming and activities across the city. We also have extensive sports programs. We have over 14 football teams representing Harrison, Falwell, and Farview Park this fall here at the Park Board. And so we encourage residents to get in touch with us, go to our website, go to our recreation centers and find out what's going on, because there's really wonderful opportunities for kids and teens to participate in activities at our recreation centers.
Great. Tell us a little bit about Worth Park.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I completely forgot
And
about that.
beautiful swimming area you have.
Absolutely. We just completed a 3-year project of doing a master plan at Worth, and this June we had a grand opening for the beach at Worth Beach. Put a new boardwalk in that goes around the beach. Volleyball courts. We are about to renovate the Worth Pavilion to create a kitchen environment where we work with J.D. Rivers and provide programming for kids to learn about healthy cooking and growing vegetables and edible foods. And then also just have the pavilion renovated for picnics and family gatherings and reunions.
And those volleyball courts, are they available to the general public?
They are available to
There are
the
like
general-
4 of them, I think?
Absolutely, and we
Yeah.
run volleyball leagues there in the
Yeah.
summer. We also offer swimming programs. We have our beaches guarded at Worth Beach.
And someone told me that they had never seen that many people there since the 70s.
Absolutely,
So
it's
it's a great
totally
deal.
reinvigorated the beach at Worth since we did those renovations.
So there's a lot more to do because the Park Board is taking a serious look at improving the quality of life for our children and our families on the north side. And it's all because people have a heart for the north side, and people, it's becoming a critical massing of resources for the transformation of our community from park and city and county and state. So we're going to keep our hope alive, and we're going to make sure we keep our expectations high, reach out to your local service provider, your local government official,